Yo, what is going on, guys? Team Luke 1665 Gaming here, back with another Game Pigs video. I can't believe we're already on week 3. Kind of wild, but yeah, we're gonna get started right away. Week 2, it was a rough week. There was so many upsets that I did not expect to happen. I mean, I got some of the upsets, like I had Buffalo winning, Dallas got smoked, Detroit lost, Green Bay won with Malik Willis. The Jets held on. Minnesota did indeed upset San Fran, so I got one of them right at least. Seahawks barely hang on. The Giants lost. My team got smoked. The Browns upset at Jacksonville. Jacksonville looks really horrible right now. I mean, it's probably because of Press Taylor, but again, I don't know. But the Jaguars offense looks stinky right now. And then we have the Raiders upsetting Baltimore. Like, that went well for my lock of the week. Baltimore, you got a lot of work to do if you're hearing this right now. You'll have the Cowboys, then the Bills, then the Bengals. Those are really good teams coming up. And then the Rams got smoked, and man, I think their season's over as well. I mean, I hope the best for the Rams. Maybe they can still make a or a wild card push at the end of the year. They're injured right now. They are in a pickle. The Steelers did held on, but the score was way less points. The Chiefs did end up winning 26-25, and then the Texans they did beat Chicago, and the Falcons upsetted the Eagles. There's so many upsets this week, but yeah, let's get into week 3. But for my pick'em picks this week, or from week 2, I had a record of 11-5, and then on my YouTube picks, I had a record of 7-9. That's really horrible. But that brings to my season record for YouTube at 17-15. Meanwhile, for my season pick'em, that brings to 22-10. So yeah, kind of rough there that week. But we have a lot of interconference matchups this week. We only have 6 total conference matchups this week. But and yeah, some other news. Bryce Young did get benched, so I'm sorry for the kid. I mean, I don't know if he'll be done. I think he could still go out there and play. I don't think he'll be benched for the remainder of the season. I probably can tell you that. Well, unless if Andy Dalton performs out of his mind, apparently. But we're gonna get started right away. And my picks for this week. I'm sorry for yipping and yapping for the last 3 minutes, but here are my pick'em picks for the week. I got the Jets over New England, the Browns over the Giants, the Bears over the Colts, Vikings over Houston, New Orleans over Philly, Chargers over the Steelers, Tampa Bay over the Broncos, Tennessee over Green Bay, Carolina over the Raiders. Yeah, that's kind of wild. Seattle over Miami, Detroit over Arizona, Dallas over Baltimore, San Francisco over the Rams, Chiefs over the Falcons, Jacksonville over Buffalo, and Cincinnati over Washington. And now, some of these picks will not be the same compared to my YouTube ones. Some of these games are toss-ups, and I don't know who's going to win, but for the pick'ems, they're not going to be the same compared to my YT ones, but I just gave you that. And now we're going to get started with the Jets and the Patriots. And in this game, I'm really unsure if I'm going to watch this. This was a really snooze fest of a game, but I am going with the Jets here to indeed beat the Patriots by the final score of 24-13. I don't see this game being entertaining one bit. This could even be lower scoring, on my opinion. This could be an absolute snooze fest, and the Jets defense just locks up Jacoby Brissett. I definitely see like maybe 2 interceptions here, at least. If not, maybe 1. I don't know, but I know there's going to be a lot of turnovers, probably at least maybe 2. And the Patriots are going to struggle against the Jets. But they'll keep it within 2 scores, I think. And nothing crazy. But I do see having this game as a low-scoring game. But the Jets do win 24-13. And on to the Sunday games. We have the Giants and the Browns. Oh man, this is a matchup of the century right here. Two quarterbacks, Daniel Jones, Deshaun Watson, bottom two quarterbacks of the league. Yeah, they're still starting when Bryce Young got benched, so I don't know about that. But this should be a really snooze fest of the game. Who has the better defense, you may ask? Cleveland, and I think they're going to smoke them. Their defense is going to only allow 3 points to the Giants. They should shut them out, but I doubt that happens. But the Giants are only going to score 3 points. I think Daniel Jones is going to throw at least an interception. It's going to be a lousy game for the Giants again, and they're still going to be winless. Meanwhile, the Browns will be at 2-1. I don't think they're going to be good. I don't think based off how they played. But the Browns do win this game 20-3 in a really boring game. And in the next matchup we have is the Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans in this one. So we don't know if Jordan Love will play or not. I don't think they should let him play because I know it's good that he's back at practice, but I don't think it's a good idea to let him play when he still had that MCL sprain, and I don't want the Packers to risk re-aggravating it and making him miss more time. You guys should just let him sit for this week and maybe even next week and then have him come back against the Rams if y'all are confident that he's healthy and taking the next step. Y'all have a long season. Y'all are not done. Even though I do see you guys getting upset by them by the Tennessee Titans, Malik Willis will not have a revenge game. They will fall short 20-17. I don't think it's worth starting Jordan Love in this game because I hope because we don't want to have to re-aggravate his injury, and I think it's not going to be another. I think it's going to be another running day for Josh Jacobs. I don't know how good it'll be against the Tennessee Titans. I think it's kind of going to be rough. So, but the Packers will score points though. I think they're going to fall short. But again, do not start Jordan Love this week. Please don't make him get hurt even more. Save him when he's healthy and they can dominate. But I do have the Titans winning, 20-17. The next game we have is the Colts and the Bears. Remember, here's one of the differences here. I have the Bears in my pick'em, but in this one I'm going with the Colts here to survive. I think this is gonna be a shootout, honestly, low key. But again, I can also see a snooze fest of a game as well between two defenses, and the Bears have the better defense. But honestly, I could really see them getting smoked this week but if they don't know what they're doing. But I know the Bears defense was playing out of their mind, but I think they're going to slip away a little bit this week and give the Colts the win here. I think they win 28-24 in a really close game, and I think this where we could potentially see Caleb Williams do well for the first time. Colts defense hasn't been really that great. If we go to check their game history to start the season, they lost to the Texans in a shootout, and then they only allowed 16 points to Malik Willis. I mean, you have that, but I think the defense is going to struggle here to lose this game, but the offense is going to come alive and barely hang in there. But I do have the Colts winning 28-24. And the next game we have is the Houston Texans and the Minnesota Vikings. And boy, oh boy, we have another upset. I have the Minnesota Vikings upsetting Houston by a final score of 25-18 in a good game between these two teams. I don't even know. I think Minnesota's favored low-key. Are they? No, Houston's favored by 2. But I have a feeling the Vikings are going to upset them. The Vikings will upset them. I think the Vikings have been owning Houston. I think the Vikings are... Hold on, let me check their history. The Vikings are currently all-time... The Vikings are 5-0. They have not lost to the Houston Texans, and they could be potentially 6-0 all time. I think that does happen. The Vikings own the Houston Texans. They own San Fran at their home turf. So I think this is going to be a good game. And the Vikings are going to hold on to win and stay undefeated to win 25-18. And the next game we have here is the Philadelphia Eagles and the New Orleans Saints. Wow, Derek Carr and the Saints. I hate to say it, but this team looks unbelievably really good, and I hate to say it as a Panthers fan. I have mad respect though for Derek Carr. He was a Raider, and my dad is a Raider fan, and Derek Carr is, and like I'm telling you, dude, it was all what's his face, the New Orleans. It was Pete Carmichael. There we go. Clint Kubiak is doing really good to start the season, and I think they're gonna continue starting off hot. But they do have some tough matchups. The Saints could be really winning this division if they keep this up. They really can outrun the division easily if they keep this up and don't mess this up. They smoked Dallas, and I know they beat the Panthers. We know. But the Eagles, I think this is going to be a close game and a shootout between these two teams. And potentially this could be another blowout, really. I mean, it could be close either way. But the Saints are looking really good, and I think they're going to continue it. But they're going to hold on to win 31-27 in a very good game. And the next one we have is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chargers. Boy, oh boy. I have the Chargers in my pick. But I don't know. This is going to be, I feel like there's going to be way less points scored in this one. But I have a total. The Steelers do winning 19-16 in a low-scoring game, defensive battle. And the Steelers pull away. I could potentially see this being even lower scoring again. That's the Steeler way. You get it? You know. But low key, I think the Chargers are gonna rely on the run game again, but I think it does end up struggling a little bit. You know how the Steelers can hold up the run, and I think, but does J.K. Dobbins stay hot? That's what we're gonna find out, and I don't think he's gonna have I think he'll maybe get over 60 yards. I don't think he's gonna get over 100. I don't think he's gonna get. I think he's not gonna get 70. I don't think, but it's gonna be close. But the Chargers, I could potentially see this going either way. But I'm going with the Steelers here to barely squeak on. And in my lock of the week, I have the Broncos and Buccaneers. This is my lock of the week. 30-7. I'm not gonna talk much about this. We know how Tampa Bay plays. They're gonna stay unbeaten. They look really good as well, and they defeated Detroit. This team could really make the playoffs as well, including the Falcons. We don't know who, but I think the NFC South could be really good, except for my team, sadly. But we're just gonna have to keep an eye on it, and yeah, I think this is going to be a lock for me. Tampa Bay over Denver easily. And the next game we have is the Carolina Panthers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, even though we're going to score points with Andy Dalton, I don't think we're winning this game. I think we lose 34-21 here. But I do have the Panthers in my pick'em. Why is that, you may ask? Andy Dalton is 4-0. 4-0 against the Raiders. 4-0 all time. Well, if you want to count starting games, really 3-0, 4-0 really, and career-wise. But he's 4-0 against the Raiders, and that's why we could see an upset here with the Panthers. But keep your eyes on that game. I'm be watching it. Me and my dad. I'm a Panther fan. My dad's a Raider fan. So, you know, it's going to be fun. All right, the next game we have is the Dolphins and Seahawks. This could be really another lock for me. Excuse me. Tua's hurt. Tyler Huntley or Skylar Thompson's playing. Whoever plays. But without Tua, man, I don't think this is going to be any fun for the Dolphins fans, because I don't think, even though he did throw 3 interceptions, they're still going to be really bad without Tua. They need him to win games, because I don't think they're going to do much here. Yeah, it may be cool to see Tyreek get over 100 against the Seahawks, but they're not going to do enough with the quarterback play. I don't see it happening here in this game for Miami. It's going to be close, but by 2 scores, 27-17. I don't know. And the next game we have is the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. And this is one I'm going to take here. The Baltimore Ravens will win on the road to defeat Dallas 23-20. I have Dallas in my pick 'em, Baltimore in my game picks. These two teams desperately need a win. The Ravens really need it more, and Dallas really needs it more, it feels like. But this is going to be a gritty battle. I think this could be low scoring, but the Ravens will pull away I think on this one. But I could see the game going two ways, it feels like. But yeah, the next one we have is the Niners and the Rams. This just feels like another lock to me. The Niners win. The Rams are injured. I hate to say it. The Rams are not healthy right now. They're going to lose. I think they're going to get blown out. 35-17. Their offense is injured. It feels like some of their defensive pieces are injured. The Rams are just the injury team. I don't want to say their season's over yet. I don't want to say their season's over. But they have the Bears and the Packers next, and then they get their bye. And then hopefully their team is ready to go by like week 7 and 8, and then they could potentially maybe get on a hot streak. But their schedule, man. Oh my goodness. Their schedule is really going to be rough. Starting with the Dolphins maybe being healthy, and then you get the Patriots, and you get the Eagles. The Saints are going to be a good team based off where things are going, unless if they collapse. I don't know. Then they got the Bills, 49ers, Jets, Cardinals, and Seahawks. We don't know where this team is going, but the Rams need to get healthy fast. Like, after like week 4, maybe they need to start going in, it feels like. But their season might be already over. They should have won against. They needed to win against the Cardinals, and they didn't. And the Rams are completely injured right now. Like, guess what? Guess what? You ready for this? No Tyler Higbee right now. He's out for the least first 4 games of this season. We're already in game 3, or we're about to be in game 3. Darius Williams, IR. Joe Noteboom, IR. Steve Avila, IR. Puka Nakua, IR. And he's out. He could miss between 5 to 7 weeks because of a PCL strain. 5 to 7 weeks is a long time. John Johnson, the third, IR. Jonah Jackson, IR. Cooper Kupp is doubtful. They're unsure if they're whether or not if he's going to be on IR or not. Kevin Dotson, questionable. Like, this team's offense is cooked right now, unless if Stafford gets Demarcus Robinson and Tutu Atwell. And Jordan Whittington, if they step up on offense, it can give me a little more confidence in the Rams. But right now, they are not healthy right now at all, and their season might be done within a flash in their eyes because of their injuries, man. It just sucks. And the next game we have is the Detroit Lions and the Arizona Cardinals. Okay, 2 things in this one. One, I would not be shocked if Arizona were to win this game. They look unreal. I'm telling you. Their offense is severely underrated, and I think that this game is going to be elite. I personally think this is going to be an absolute dogfight of a shootout. I potentially see it. But I have the Lions here winning, though, 28-27, and a great game between these two offenses. And the Lions really need to wake up on offense, and Jared Goff has to step it up, and I think he does here. And I think they're going to wake up and run the ball here. They need to just pass and chuck it downfield, and they need to do what they got to do to win this game. I wouldn't be shocked if the Cards win this one either. I would not be shocked, but this is going to be a fun game. And the Sunday Night Football game is the Chiefs and Falcons. I got to roll fast here. I'm already approaching 20 minutes. Chiefs and Falcons. I'm going with the Chiefs to win in a close game, 27-24 on my pick. On here. Excuse me. And in the Monday Night Football games, Jacksonville and Buffalo and Washington and Cincinnati. I would not be surprised if Jacksonville upsets Buffalo low-key. I don't know. I'm kidding. I have Buffalo winning 23-17 and Cincinnati beating Washington 28-16. And I hope, oops, not 167. But yeah, I think Washington's gonna be limited. It feels like. I think their only options to run the ball with Brian Robinson because the Chiefs are the Bengals, excuse me, have been struggling with the run game. With Stevenson, I think the Washington's gonna run the ball down their throat. It feels like, and maybe limit Jaden Daniels' quarterback running. But yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this week 3 picks, and I will see you guys for week number 4. And hopefully, I can whenever I get time, I can make content soon. But yeah, have a great week, everyone. Bye bye.